and welcome to the MommaNevin YouTube channel. I realize I'm getting a little bit of a glare on my glasses, so I'm going to try and do what I can to not have that be a problem. I think it's because it's the afternoon when I'm doing this. My name is Joan, and I am known as MommaNevin here on YouTube and on Instagram. So that's MOMMA Nevin. This channel is for me to discuss all of the projects that I have started and not finished, and hopefully bring some of those to a finish. So far I've finished quite a few, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and talk about the projects, and then I have other stuff to talk to you about afterwards. The first one is my Who Done Knit socks, which someday I will finish these, I promise. This past week, I did the Miss Peacock with a lead pipe in City Park, which means I did the blue, three repeats, and the stitch pattern was Irish Moss. So that's where I am. Next week, I will be doing... is it Professor Green or Mr. Green? I don't remember. But anyway, I'll be doing green with a rope in the Superdome, which will be 2 repeats of the diagonal blanket stitch. So after green, I'll be doing white again for 2 repeats and onto the toe, and we'll be done. Yay. So I have, however, had some finishes this week, which is amazing. The next thing normally I would discuss is my cross stitch, and I managed to get that finished this week. So I was at the point right before you do the back stitching, and boy, back stitching makes such a difference. It just really makes it pop out and look so good. So this is done. I do, however, have others of these that I had barely started. So that counts as being in progress, right? So I'll be bringing those on as we go. Now, the other thing that I was working on was my Advent blanket. And this is going to be a long-term project. So I didn't get a lot done on that this week, and I think it was because I was finishing up so many other things. But I finished this section that I showed you last week, and then I did this section. And then I have balled up the next section, which is this. And this is this Advent. Oh, shoot, I should have been more ready. I do apologize. Last week, there were a lot of things that I had to go back and correct, and I am sorry about that. And I did also notice a lot of crinkling. So this week, I have pre-taken everything out of their packages so that we won't get any crinkling. This is from the Sweet Sparrow 2021 Advent calendar. What's my hand? Okay, and then last week I had brought in these socks from Stephen West that were just almost done, and I was like, I just want them done. So I worked on those a lot, and I got them done. So I'm very excited to have these done. So look at me go. So that's exciting. I'm glad to have those done. So I don't want to have too many projects that I'm working on at a time. I think that's kind of how I got in this mess. So I'm trying to keep it down to maybe 3 or 4 a week that I work on. So, and I cheated, and I bought something new to work on. This is brand new. But remember when I showed you the sewing machine diamond painting that I was going to do as decorations for in here? Well, I was in Hobby Lobby Saturday, and I thought, if I'm going to do a diamond painting, I better see if I even like doing diamond painting. So I bought this little kit. I don't think you can see the sparkle, but anyway. But I was able to finish it in like an hour. So I was like, okay, I definitely like diamond painting. So we're going to keep on with that. Now, I forgot to bring over the project that I'm going to add this week. So I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So this is a quilt. I took a quilt class in 2010. And so after I finished the class, I thought, I know everything. I'm going to make all these quilts for all these people. And I didn't. So this is a quilt that I had started for future grandchildren. And so it's time for me to finish it. So this is the first row. And then this is the middle row that I still need to put together. Let me go out a little bit. So, and then this is the bottom row. I actually have pins in this. I was trying to get it sewn. So what my plan is this week is to finish putting it together and then get my quilt sandwich put together and maybe attempt to start quilting it. So I'm very nervous about quilting it, so I hope that goes okay. All right, I seem to be moving along here. All right, you may have noticed this back here. This is a clear bucket that my son got a present in one time, and I was like, hey, if you don't want that, I'll take it. And so what I'm doing just for fun and decoration is putting leftover yarn, I'm putting it into balls and just sticking it in there. And then when I want to do a leftover project, I'll just pull from there. So that is what that is. My daughter-in-law, Jessica, told me that I needed to have more color in my background. So I think it's really cute. All of my kids are trying to be really helpful with my YouTube channel. So we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully this is considered a success. It says success so far because it's made me finish some things. So that's exciting. But we'll see. Hopefully it continues to do well. Sorry for jiggling the camera just then. But I did get a couple of new things in this week. So, Kirby Werby is a dyer in, I believe, South Carolina. And I just love her. I love her personality, but I just love her. And so this is her, a case of the December 26th is the name of this one. It's not a sparkle, but I really like it. I think it's just so pretty. And so that's going to go into my future. Then Mustache came up and said, hey, we're selling some yarn. And I've always kind of wanted Mustache, but, never got it in time. And this one, I don't know why, it just really appealed to me. I'm not usually a super green person, but it just appealed to me. And this is called Lemonade Stand. And it is a must-match set. So that means that they'll be exactly the same, which I really like. I like for my socks to match completely. So anyway, when I had talked to you before, I had told you that because of a previous moth problem, whenever I get new yarn in, they immediately go in a plastic bag. So I wanted to show you the bags. I know this is, not that exciting, but I found these on Amazon, and they are jewelry storage bags, and they are 4 by 6 inches. And so what I have found is that, when you put this in here, it fits perfect. It just absolutely fits perfect. So that is what my yarn goes in when it comes in my house. So, and I spoke to my insurance agent this week, as I do every first of the month to pay my bill. And he said, hey, you said you were going to make me socks. And I was like, oh, yeah, I need to do that. So he picked this yarn. And this is by Knit Picks. It's the static yarn. Let me see if it has a color. All aboard. So it's got some beautiful blues and grays. And so I think because he does have a size 12 foot, and I said, you need to measure your foot and tell me how big it is. He said it's dinosaur feet. So anyway, I think I'm probably going to find some gray to use for heels, toes, and cuffs. And I think I'm going to use these socks to go through how I make socks. So from the cast on to the end, the ones that I just finished, I used the Finchley Graft rather than Kitchener. And I discovered the Finchley Graft because Kitchener, I think these are Kitchener, let me see. I don't know if you can tell. But whenever I would Kitchener socks, I would still wind up with like a little bump here on the end. I didn't really like that so much. So I went looking for a graft that would not have that little bump at the ends of the rows. And I came up with the Finchley Graft. And it is so simple, so much easier than the Kitchener. So that's what I use. And I will put that in the show notes in case anybody wants to go look it up. There's a lot of people that show it much better than I could. But anyway, that works awesome. It's really easy to do. Now, in my show and tell, these are socks I've had forever. And actually, these are Kirby Werby socks. And this is the King Cake Baby pattern because I thought this is perfect. I will be not celebrating Mardi Gras, but acknowledging Mardi Gras this year on February 13th because I am a native New Orleans, and I've tried my best to convince my bosses that it is a religious holiday for me, but they're not buying it. So anyway, so that's all of the works in progress and all of the crafty things. So let's get on to some of the other things. We have been having some interesting weather here in Southern California. I don't know if you've seen all of the flooding that's going on in the coastal cities, and so that's kind of new. And they are dealing with that, and I do feel bad for them. So we have not been having flooding, but we have had some rain. And I'm going to put a picture of Pirate in right here so that you can see what Southern Californians do when it rains. We sit and watch it. It's like television to us because we get rain so seldom. We usually get rain around this time of year, but it's like amazing to us. It's funny because I used to make fun of people when I first moved out here, but I've been here over 30 years now. So whenever it rains and everybody goes out and looks at it, I go with them. So I like to go look at it too, and I miss it. I miss rain a lot, so really enjoy when we get rain. And my grand dog came to see us this week, and that was really exciting. Her and Pirate actually got along pretty well, so that was great. And my picture that I have of Pirate that I posted, some people told me that he was kind of thick. So it's really good when Chips comes over because she works as his fitness trainer and she runs him around like crazy. And so it's kind of fun to watch her get him moving. So we are hopeful that they continue to get along and that she can come visit again. So that's exciting. We in Southern California are on Eagle Watch. We have a couple of bald eagles up in Big Bear. I am halfway between LA and Palm Springs, so I can see Big Bear if I look at just the right spot in the area. So I get very into when they have the eagles up there. And our eagles this year, well, not this year, but in previous years, they've had such bad luck with their eggs and having problems with accidentally stepping on the chicks and having eggs that just didn't open. So usually the eagle Jackie will lay 2 eggs. This year she laid 3. So we're really excited about that. I know it doesn't take much for me, but we're really excited about that, and we're hopeful that we have a lot of baby eagles this year to watch. So that's kind of fun. There is a camera. If anybody's interested in that, let me know, and I will send you the link for the camera, because it's just really interesting to see. Okay, I noticed I'm doing a lot of sorry. This is my show and tell, and this is a fairy light. This was from Scott and Becca's wedding, and I love pink depression glass, and this was a pink depression glass. And is it legitimately from the Depression? I don't know. I don't care. I just think it's pretty, so I like it. But anyway, she gave me that for Mother's Day after the wedding, because she had over the years amassed so many decorative things. The tables at their wedding, there were a lot of things that were like books and candlesticks and just all sorts of things, and it was just so nice. It was really nice. So she knows how much I like pink glass, so she gave me that. And I'm looking around, and I think that I have just zoomed through this today, so I think I'm done. Again, thank you so much for watching. I have 34 followers, which is just really exciting to me. Again with the so sorry. If anyone has any questions, comments, whatever, please feel free to leave them below, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have. Today's a little bit shorter episode. I haven't really been feeling great. I slept a lot yesterday. So anyway, thank you for stopping by to visit, and hopefully we'll talk to each other soon. Bye-bye.